Okay, hi, hello. You watch the Dream SMP, or at least most of my audience does. So chances are you've had one of these fine people in your recommendations before. Clips channels. And I've always thought, right, this is just so easy to do. You just clip the streams, re-upload them to YouTube, and add in a clickbait title or thumbnail or two. Is there really anything stopping me from selling my soul to the devil for incredible amounts of views and subscribers? So, I went undercover at the Dream SMP Clips channel. And this, dear viewer, is what happened. So we started on day one. I didn't really have an idea of what I was doing for like branding, so I stole the ideas of the biggest clips channels I saw. Hey, look, it's a clips channel, man. I don't care about originality here. Anyway, I thought long and hard before coming up with the best name in the history of all names. Get ready for this genius. Dream SMP Moments. Alright, we've got our name. I asked an artist on Twitter for permission to use their art as a profile picture and header, and set everything up, making sure to shove it chock full of tags of big Minecraft YouTubers in the channel. And that was it, the clip channel was ready to go. And so I started clipping. The day after the channel was made, Tommy uploaded his surgery mod video, and he's always said that his videos were fair game for clips channels and edits. I did try to make sure that I only clipped people who were okay with my clipping their stuff, hence the lack of Filzla clips on this channel since he already has his own clips channel. But since Tommy's fine with that stuff, I got to work and cut out about 9 videos out of Tommy's main channel video, and for bonus points, I even added in this janky looking subscribe animation for the first few because I was re-editing the videos anyway. Then I decided to just schedule them to upload about 2 hours apart, nice and spaced out, to try and give them room to breathe in the algorithm. I also recorded my thoughts the next morning after a few of them were uploaded, so here's the highlights from that ramble of my stream of conscious at the time. It's not going well at all. I thought we'd got at least like 10 subs maybe, and like 100 views, but 9, I guess this is what we're stuck with. These don't seem to be driving much traffic to my channel, so maybe, like, all these videos, if you look at the times on them, they're 27 seconds, 6 seconds, 14 seconds, 54 seconds. There's not even a single one of them which is over a minute. So what if I re-upload them as YouTube Shorts? Because the hype has died down around Shorts, right? They're like doing well still. What if I try to profit off that and drive traffic to the channel? But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. This is just me checking in. Back to me recording over after this whole thing is over. Will this even make it to the video? I don't even know. So I did that, and 2 main things happened. 1, the shorts flopped, like, completely. Even after a week, the format didn't work, so I just dropped it entirely. Apart from that, I also just completely lost my motivation, as I think you might have been able to see from the clip. Say what you want about clip channels, man, but it is just mind-numbingly boring to just sit and cut out pieces of content without even editing it. That demotivation led to this huge period of no uploads, which admittedly was a bad idea, but hey, I got back to it eventually. I uploaded 2 more videos a few weeks after, took another quick break to try and focus on main channel content, and then, just as I was about to fully give up on this video idea and abandon the channel, yeah, the channel kinda blew up. The way this happened is very cool, and it starts with, ironically, me seeing a clip of Tommy giving Dream SMP Hangout, one of the biggest clip channels right now, advice on how to make clips. And that's when it finally clicked for me. Spamming 9 uploads a day might have worked back when the Dream SMP was first growing, but it sure as hell won't work now thanks to the massive oversaturation of the clips market, you would say. I needed a plan, I needed a strategy, and I needed to figure out how these clips channels ticked. Let me break down what I discovered. As a clips channel, you're essentially trying to get people to either A, rewatch content they've already watched, or B, show them content that they haven't seen before. Or let me rephrase, that they think they haven't seen before. You see, while people like Dream SMP Hangout are taking approach A and trying to make people watch content they've already watched before, like events on the Dream SMP for example, other channels like the User Unnamed and Just Twitch Clips are taking approach B. They both approach this in different ways. The User Unnamed is very obviously deep in the fan culture of the Dream SMP, and therefore knows innately not only what kind of clips people will want to watch, but also just how vague a title can be. For example, look at this video. Dream in a boat. With the recent boat clutch thing, sure, I can see people clicking on this, but this was posted 4 months ago, and it got 3.9 million views. That's more than half the views that this channel has in its entire lifetime. The User Unnamed has the vague title and thumbnail down pat, and while also not looking too clickbaity. Just Twitch Clips, on the other hand, takes a different approach, and this is the approach I tried to emulate just before the massive views boost, so you're gonna want to hear this. You see, I'm not deep enough into the fandom to know how to vaguely title a video and actually get clicks. What I can do, however, is what JTC did. JTC realized that there's no point in doing what I did on day one. Remember, I scheduled the videos to all release a few hours apart to try and give them space to breathe and do well on their own as videos. And even then, my friend Ruby was having doubts, thinking I was flooding inboxes and that would put people off. What JTC saw that both me and Ruby didn't though, is that the people who actually subscribe to clips channels want that level of clips in their inbox. What they did was literally flood their channel with huge amounts of clips on a daily basis, and you can see this pattern on nearly all successful clips channels, around 3 videos a day on average, and this seems to cause the algorithm to short circuit in a lot of cases, and that's only part 1. The second part of what JTC does is, in addition to the massive number of uploads, clickbait. Unapologetically and unequivocally, clickbait the living daylights out of every video. And since the main downside of clickbait is that people don't stick around for the full video, clickbaiting short videos is the perfect formula for a clips channel. And this, plus the fact that JTC uploads these clips literal minutes after they're streamed live, makes people interested in content that they either haven't seen or think they haven't seen before, which makes them click and watch. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what led me to this massive growth that you saw earlier. I took what I had learned from Just Twitch Clips and at the same time streamlined my uploads process massively. Before, I was adding in that janky little subscribe icon into every video and putting effort into videos. Ew. Now what I was doing was rewatching parts of VODs, clipping funny bits, and just directly downloading and re-uploading those clips. The descriptions were short, keyword heavy, and they all went into easy to assign playlists. Those playlists were linked in cards to try and cross-promote in case a video blew up, which was a great idea thanks to what happened later, and this went on for literally just about a day. The next day, Tommy streamed from Vicstar's house, and I was able to finally see some movement on the channel after both of those videos did extremely well for my standards at the time, both getting 100 views because I clipped Tommy and Vicstar. The thing is though, most people had already seen those streams at that point, and I hadn't clickbaited well enough to trick them into thinking that they hadn't seen that content before. Just because of how massive the idea of Tommy streaming from the Vicstar's house was. Then, however, my hard work... Okay, it wasn't hard work, but you get the idea. My effort paid off. Tommy and Jack streamed together the next day, and crucially, it was on Jack's account. This meant that not as many people saw the stream, but it was still that oh so enticing TommyInnit clips content. And this led to this video blowing up. TommyInnit Hates These Edits is now sitting at a cool 300,000 views, most of which it got in the first day of being published. This massive success of a video carried over as well, and the next few videos I posted after that made my bootleg 4 minutes a day clips channel outperform this main channel, which I poured my heart and soul into. Anyway, I posted a bunch of clips, some with a bit more quality than others, but none of them were really matching up to the performance of the videos in and around the spike. And it's pretty obvious what the reason for this was. I didn't post. I was busy working on main channel stuff and thus didn't have time to clip 5 videos a day, leading to a pretty significant drop in views even though I was posting at least 1 video a day. But wait, there's a catch here. You see, I think with the kind of boost I had, if I had just had enough motivation to actually curate and post content after the blow up video, the channel would have done much better than it actually did, and this might be the end of my story, but there's a very interesting new channel that popped up that I think solved all of my problems. This guy, also called Scorch, is the absolute madman who came up with the idea to code an AI, that's right, a literal machine robot bot thing, to post clips for him. This man literally just coded a bot to upload YouTube videos for him, meaning that he can upload literally every hour on the hour, even more when he clips manually, making his channel just so innovative and so interesting. But you don't want to hear me talking about his channel. So I managed to get in contact with Scorch himself, and I'll let him explain to you exactly how he has a clips channel running for him basically completely automatically, and which has stats like this compared to my main channel. Alright, hi Scorch, how are you?
Hey, how you doing?
Alright, so let's get down to business here, shall we? You have what I presume is a completely autonomous clips channel just running in the background of computer now? How does that work?
Well, it's running on a Raspberry Pi. It's like a little Python script that gets clips from somewhere. I cannot say everything on it, and it uploads it to my channel.
I'm assuming, so the way I found Scorch's channel, dear viewer, is Ruby, as I mentioned earlier in the video, had actually clipped something for a video for me to use as background footage, and that clip got uploaded to Scorch's channel by the AI, which is how I found his channel. From that, I assume that what your AI does is it looks for the top Twitch clips from like the Minecraft category and thus uploads them?
Somewhere like that. Yeah, sure.
So, how did the channel grow exactly? Was it like a burst of growth, or did it build up over time?
So I programmed the AI like 2 months ago, and it was running in the background, getting some views, like tops 100 views per video. And then like a week ago, it just blew up with a Filza clip. Right now it's on 800k views.
My clips channel, one of my clips blew up and it got 300,000 views. But the interesting part is, for you, the views seem to carry over, where they got, like, other clips got near that level of views, whereas mine just didn't do that entirely. Do you think there's a reason for that?
Well, so I found that Filza clips did really well, so I changed my AI to upload more Filza clips, and Filza is just a few mine.
That's so cool. Anyway, if you guys want clips of content that actually supports someone with some skill, feel free to check out Scorch in the card, and feel free to watch this video on screen about Dream SMP animatics. Subscribe!